finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down, she real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby, no witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and Compton. But with that gang, then make a profit. On top, stay poppin'. Look, see, I was the high school slick Rick, I was styling. Fat gold chain with an African medallion. Hip-hop connoisseur and rolling 20 gripping. Rap game real tight, freestyle was magnificent. All about the clout and all about my dividends. Them older couldn't tell me different. I need a roundaway girl to live in. Showtime at the Apollo. I'm about the bottom. Take two and pull out a little for my who won't live to see tomorrow.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies. Family size, leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrive. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They're going to run the jet sweep on third down. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. An effective 7-yard third down conversion.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains. That was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball. Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
They go play action. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches. Throw it to your guys out of the backfield.
You know, on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Cook following the penalty. Call it a gain of 4. Leaves him with options here on 2nd and just a yard.
Only 4 yards on that gain, but, you know, a lot of people would say that's like getting 9 in normal circumstances since this was 1st and 5.
Yeah, now your playbook's wide open here, 2nd and very short.
Yeah, I still don't think that you can count it in the stats that way at contract time.
No, it still goes down as 4, not 9.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson.
22 yards.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And a long run there in the end to top it off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Off the squib kick, he corrals it inside the 25. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
Here come the Ravens, and that means here comes Lamar Jackson, league's MVP and an All-Pro in 2019.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he's going to have another first down here as he's able to dive beyond the marker. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete. As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight.
And look at this, it's a fake. Oh, but this is going to backfire as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we have seen in NFL history some punters that can also throw the football, but here, that fake punt, total disaster, leads to 6 points the other way.
Yeah, Brandon, a lot of quarterbacks, they used to do double duty as punters as well, and you as an historian of the game remember that. Nowadays, we don't see it at all. And judging by that throw, I don't think he's going to get too many more opportunities to put the ball in the air.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Facing second and short, that gives you a chance to go for a bigger play through the air. But I think he said to himself, why not just handle this one? Got all the yards you needed and then some, and made that snap a huge success.
That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Real quick.
Play action. It's Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Jackson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on about this earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Thrown on third down there, but he cannot connect.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Room here to run. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there for Minnesota. 83 yards. So that run there, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see. Cook diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
And he got in on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Well, he's definitely difficult to account for out of the backfield, and he makes something happen there with the ball in his hands. To throw is Jackson. Open man Watkins. Touchdown, Baltimore. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. John Harbaugh thought about it. Now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.